This week's top 10 is going to be the top 10 things we did to our home when we first bought them, the very first things we had to do to our home. Everybody has them, and we got ours. And here they are. Give us your top two updates on the house as soon as you bought it.
I think I would like to have some major landscaping done. And I also think I would like to have my Lanai glassed in and have a, whatever you call those air conditioners.
Mini split, the mini split.
Yeah,
that's nice. Those are nice.
I'd like a screen over the front door, like not on the front door, but where it's out, where the cover is, where you've got a little area within
the entryway. The entryway to your front.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Linda's house would be perfect for that, but she doesn't like to sit out front. But her house would be perfect for the screen.
Linda could screen in her whole front porch. Give me two of the updates that you changed in your home as soon as you bought it.
So basically, the first change, it was recent, but I wanted to do it since I moved. I wanted to remove the old water softener and put a whole house filter. And I did about a few weeks ago. I used Nova filters. They were super fast. And Maria and I were talking the other day how much we enjoy. And we can feel the difference in the water quality.
Nova?
Yes. We did a Nova filter whole house. No water softener. I didn't like that. But even just the filter, you can see even the toilets are cleaner. When you wash the clothes, when you bathe, you can feel it. You can tell the difference. And we enjoyed that.
Yes.
The other change, I haven't done it, but we start quoting. I don't know. You remember how my house looked? It has a huge carport.
We don't know, Jose, because we've never been invited.
I invited you a long time. You always making excuses. The carport, we want to screen the carport and becomes like a huge Lanai, because the way the house is set on the corner, we sit out there, we can see everything out. Like, we don't care about the back. There's nothing out there. But the carport, we want to screen the whole carport and put one of those motorized screens, so like a garage. So we get the car in and out, but also we can just sit there and do barbecue or whatever. And that's
a great idea.
Yeah.
We got a quote from Quality Aluminum the other day. Another guy. So we're getting the quotes. That's gonna be somewhere between $5,000 to $7,000 based on what I.
Yeah, that's gonna be an investment, but that's gonna be wonderful. Yeah, you're gonna love that.
Yeah, and I like that. So that's the two things that one is done, one is in the process.
Two things that you updated on your house as soon as you bought it.
As soon as we got it. Okay, so one big thing for us, coming from California, where the climate is real temperate and we hadn't experienced the cold or the heat that we have here, we wanted to do something in the garage. So we did an entire garage insulation package. And actually it was after we saw Skip trying to do his own thing, and I decided that was definitely not something I could do by myself. So we had the door insulation, the garage door insulated. We had a solar vent put in so that there's a solar mechanism on top of the roof, and if there's a temperature gauge inside the garage, and if it hits, I think it's set for 80 degrees. If it hits 80 degrees, the vent will go on and then lower the temperature in the garage. And that's actually been wonderful, because before that, even just opening the door between the house and the garage, you would get a blast of hot air. But that sucks the hot air out and cools it down somewhat. And then the third thing we did was actually added some insulation right above the garage in the attic. So it's made a huge difference in comfort going in and out of the garage and using the garage. That was a big one. My number two, I've got a bunch of them, but my number two one I think that we did fairly early on was a whole house surge protector that Seco provides. They have a program called Surge Mitigator, I think it's called. And you can either buy the surge protector, and it's somewhere between like $300 and $400, or you can just pay a monthly fee and they install it for you. And I think the monthly fee was only like $6 or $7 a month.
Yeah, I have that.
Like that.
I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about $8.
Yeah, $8 or so.
Did we recommended that to Judith when she had the issue with the AC the other day? Judith,
Yeah,
was you?
Yes.
it was me. Not yeah, and they said it was something to do with lightning.
Yeah.
And they wanted to put something on that was going to be about $200 or $300 just on the air conditioning unit.
No.
But as my husband says, don't rely on that if you have expensive computer equipment. So you can have a whole house surge protector for the things that are your major appliances in your house, but you also, in addition to that, need a UPS, an uninterruptible power
Correct.
supply for things like your computer. Yeah.
I even
Okay.
forgot the question. What the hell was the damn subject here?
The first two updates you did
Update.
upon buying your house.
Yes.
That.
My first one was plantation shutters. I love my plantation shutters. I really do. I don't have to have curtains if I don't want them. And I said I can open them for as much light and air that I want. They open so I can open the windows and I have screens. But I really do love them. They're easy to clean. I remember Venetian blinds back in the day. Skip's dad has a Venetian blind business, and then we used to put them in the bathtub and wash them. And I know
The
what
metal ones.
Yes,
The
yes,
metal ones, Sue. Oh my gosh.
and such a mess. And so like I said, I love these, and I said I can open them as much as I want, to let in light or close them. Same way in the nighttime, if I want the privacy, I shut them. In the daytime, I open them up, let the light in. And then I said, they're just really, really easy to clean. That part I like. I can put balances over the top of them if I wanted a curtain. But I don't have to have a curtain that you have to worry about all the dust and having to dry clean them all the time and that kind of thing. So yeah, I really, really love those. And then number two was my floors. I could not stand the carpet. And I said, we've had carpet all our life. We were in the north, it was cold. And that's what you do up there is you have carpet in all the rooms because it keeps the floors warm. But here you have all the sand, everything's sand around here. And so you're constantly dragging it in. The builder's grade carpet that they put in here when they built the house was crap. It didn't look good after the first 2 months, actually. It was very, very hard to find anybody to clean it. I borrowed Deb's, she had a little bitty carpet cleaner. And I borrowed her carpet cleaner to just do the tracks in the carpet here. And after a while, it wasn't coming up. And I was just so disgusted with it. I thought, Skip kept saying it was the dog. The dog was making the tracks in the carpet, but it wasn't. We finally found out when they took it up that it hadn't been put in right, that it had, they put the carpet right on top of the cement. And so the moisture coming from the cement was coming up through the carpet. And that's why everywhere you walked, there was a track. Made kind of
You
a
didn't
black.
have a pad? You didn't have a pad underneath that?
The pad under there was very, very thin.
Oh,
And
okay.
and I said, and there was no barrier between the pad and the cement because we're all on, we're all on a slab. And so that cement, like I said, the moisture coming out of that cement was making the tracks in the carpet. And I said, we didn't know that till they took it up. I just knew that I couldn't get it clean. And it was very embarrassing, when I'd have the girls in for cards or something like that. And I said, just looked awful to me. So, first thing I did is I ripped that out. And we had wood floors in the patio villa, and I really loved them. So that's what I put in here. And now the wet areas have tile, the kitchen, the bathrooms, the laundry room, they're all tile. But I put wood in all the rest of the house, and I really, really love the looks of it. I think it just enhances the look of everything, actually. Looks very warm. But that's my two. That's the
Okay.
It's Jose.
My two
Did
things
Jose-
that we did right away as soon as we bought the house was actually before we even moved in. I had already called a landscaper to come here and put in, I don't know what you call it, the stackable block and stuff that goes around the flower beds and whatever. I had already had that planned. So literally we closed on the house, let's say on a Monday. Tuesday morning, they were here. I mean, that's how close I got this thing done and planned. And then I added on to it while they were here. I was only going to do the front yard when we first got here, but while they were here, I decided to have them to do the curbing in the backyard and around the sides and stuff. They said they got the stuff here. So I said, well, let's do it while you're here. And we done all that. And while they were here also, we put in the privacy bushes in the back, and I had them put them in. So that was the first thing I did. Second thing I did was I called Romaldo. No, I called some company to epoxy my garage floor. because I knew with the garage being empty and the concrete being new, that's as good as it's going to get. And I didn't want them driving cars in there and stuff and dirtying up the floor and everything before. So we had them come in and we did the garage floor with epoxy right away. And then probably the third thing would have been shortly after that was the driveway and stuff. But I know I only need two. But that's the first two things I did was that.
Little by little you wear me down. Little by little you wear me down.
And there you have it, folks, our top 10 things that we did to our homes as soon as we bought it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please subscribe. Please make a comment. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know what you think. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.